Hi everybody! I'm so happy to be here with you all again, and I'm going to talk about something really exciting and beautiful today. And obviously it's a question that I get a lot, and I work with people a lot in this area, and that is, how can I be more intuitive? So most of us know how magical it can feel when we feel aligned with that inner voice. When things in our lives make sense because they're connected to that deep sense of knowingness, and when things flow in this very special way, we feel connected to our gifts and to deep understanding. So we'd like to have more of that. And obviously, I teach on this subject, and I teach, long courses, 5-day courses or 8-week courses, and they have a lot of information, and they lead all kinds of places into ancient traditions and into ecstatic lineages and into being able to do things like have visionary capacity or talk to your body in very specific ways, or for instance, take a journey and talk to your guides and really cultivate those kinds of relationships in your life. And so all of these tools, however, are simply there to guide you back to your own inner knowing. And we can talk about some things today that are very foundational and extremely powerful, the core of any intuitive practice. So before I even start giving some guidelines here, I just want to remind you, you have all the answers inside. You have all the knowingness of the entire universe inside of you, in your being, in your soul, and in every cell of your body. You are a magical creature. You are an oracle. And all of this is just about tapping back into those abilities and gifts. They're not something that for most of us are cultivated early in life or supported. And also there's been a huge time of forgetting on the earth, what I call the great forgetting, which I refer to in my book, The Oracle Within. So we've had this huge time of forgetting, and these gifts have actually been squelched out of us, even very purposefully, for a long time, and it's really time, now more than ever, for them to be able to return. So let's talk about something really straightforward. In my memories of being an oracle in past lifetimes, it was always clear in all of the trainings that were offered that self-love was the foundation, right? And so self-love, in the way we're approaching it here and through what I teach, is done through action, taking self-loving action. So doing things that feel good to you on a regular basis. And I want to talk about how this impacts your intuition. When you're doing things that feel good to you, and it's really important that they're not things that you think you should do, or things that used to feel good but don't anymore, or things that felt good yesterday but today you're pushing yourself, or things that you think would feel good and also happen to fit on your to-do list and really they don't feel that good. It has to be something that actually makes you feel good, whether it's, a spiritual practice or reading a magazine, whether it's sitting on your porch and just looking at the sky, or taking a walk, or laying down on your sofa and resting. Whatever it might be in that moment that feels good, comforting, or fun, anything pleasurable. So on a hard day, it might just be something comforting. So what happens when you do things that feel good to you is that you align with your own nature. So if you love gardening and it makes you feel like you're connecting with the earth and you begin to move energies, a couple of things happen. One, you move away from trying to be something for other people or trying to accomplish tasks and into the rhythm of what's natural for you. And that's how answers start to come, when we get in touch with our deeper selves. The other thing that happens, usually when we do something that feels good, is that the rhythmic nature of it, we get into a rhythmic nature of it, takes us into a gently or sometimes profoundly altered state. And altered states are what I like to call the lubrication for moving between the worlds. They allow you to open to that knowingness more and move into that deeper state, and answers tend to just come. So when you're out in the garden, let's say you're raking or you're moving something and it's repetitive and you're feeling aligned. And of course, that has the added benefit of being outdoors and connected to the earth and plants and nature. In any case, you're also doing this rhythmic thing, and suddenly that issue you had with whether or not to take that trip or that job or whatever it was, it's all making sense to you. It's all clear to you. Because the other thing doing things that feel good to you does for you, well, there's two aspects to it. One is that it lets you notice what you're really feeling. So it begins naturally to simply get you in touch with your emotions, and not the more surface level emotions, but the deeper emotions. And they let you know what messages they have for you. So it kind of weeds out and clears out the things that wouldn't support, that would get in the way of your inner voice. So it lets you get in touch with your feelings. And also, when you feel good, it typically naturally puts you in touch with your body. Now, if you actually focus on feeling your body, it will be more intense, the effect. You'll actually feel good in a conscious way that makes a real impact. It will intensify. And so that's highly recommended, and there'll definitely be more videos on that subject. But just doing something you love, something, or even just something that feels good, is likely to make it also safe to be in your body, to feel comfortable in your body. And then you'll notice what your body has to tell you as well. And a lot of times your emotions and what your body wants to tell you will be, right in the same line. And sometimes they'll each have something to contribute. And you don't have to really look for it. I mean, there are many ways to do so. And like I said, I teach a lot of those ways. But if you just be with yourself, give yourself the space and time, that's all you need, and do it repetitively. Doing it once might help a little bit, but if you make that a part of your life, then I always say, if you just take that one piece and do it over and over again in your life, your intuition will increase. Your connectedness to that inner voice will increase. So that's just a taste for today, but I will keep making videos on these topics, and if you like this video, you will love my courses. So do check out my courses tab on my website. And if you like this, definitely join my email list, which you can do on my website, because I send all my best writings, videos, and goodies out in my newsletters every month. So I hope you have a beautiful, intuition-filled, self-love-filled day. See you soon.